The clock strikes 12, I step into the haze. Whispers call me from 1,000 graves. Shadows dance in corners out of sight. I chase the unknown deep into the night. I hunt the fear you dare not face. In the darkness I embrace the trace. The dead, they speak their secrets shown. Welcome to the bizarre and the unknown. A flicker, a chill, a shadowed hand. The unseen lingers where I stand. Through creaking doors and empty halls, I hear the echoes of forgotten calls. I hunt the fear you dare not face. In the darkness I embrace the trace. The dead, they speak their secrets shown. Welcome to the bizarre and the unknown. And the unknown. Eyes that watch from a place unreal, a touch so cold it makes you feel they're near but hidden, veiled in shade. I walk with ghosts I hunt the fear you dare not face. In the darkness I embrace the trace. The dead, they speak their secrets shown. Welcome to the bizarre and the unknown.
Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Campfire Chats with Eric and Guest. I'm your host, Edie Testerman. How's everybody doing today? Man, we had a good show this morning on William's show. Some things happened. If William wants to let you know, he'll let you know in the chat. So I kind of took over for his little deal. Corey was gracious enough to jump in and help me finish it up. So we had a good show. We talked about some really good, interesting subjects when it was William and I, and then also when Corey had to come on too. So if you guys missed it, go over to William Nighthawk's YouTube channel and watch his show. Give it a like, subscribe, and a thumbs up, and let him know I said hi. Um, Tonight, Corey and I will be on with Jessica Jones. We're going to kind of pick up on the topic that Corey and I was talking about a little bit. So that will be later on tonight on Jessica Jones's YouTube channel. And so I'm looking forward to that. I have been busy since I got off of William's show between going through evidence, taking a break from that. Hey, Camo Dad. And also, I finished chapter 5 of Rise of the Draugr, Dawn of Armageddon. I was in the middle of proofreading that and cooking and almost forgot I had a show. My alarm for somehow got changed, and I was running a little late. So that's why I'm not in my full attire, because I literally was running around like a chicken with its head cut off, trying to get caught back up. Um, Guinea bras, I'm sure. Hey Ray, uh, innocent my butt. Yeah, no, yeah, I hate hearing that, William. I know what that's like. Not getting any sleep. It sucks. It really does. So, with that being said, has anybody had any encounters they want to talk about today? Anything recent? If you want to come on live, I'll bring you on live. You just want to talk about it in chat, we'll talk about it in chat. This is a safe place created by you, the subscribers, to be able to share your encounters. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the in between. The bizarre and the unknown. We like it here. We want to hear it here. So you are more than welcome to share your encounters on this live, so that I'm a firm believer. We need to get our encounters out there, and that's what I want to do. I want to help you guys through it. Um, just a little heads up: the paranormal investigation I did for my neighbor that I'm working on, needless to say, I've only started on the first of two digital recorders. Haven't even got to the video side of it yet. The first digital recorder is an hour and 37 minutes long. I still got 40 minutes of it, and I've been working on it for 6 hours. If that tells you what kind of stuff I picked up on that investigation, folks, it was a good one. So I'll be working on it as much as I can now that I'm able to sit down. I haven't been able to work on it or on anything for a few weeks because I had that knee injury, had swelling from my buttocks all the way down to my upper calf. So yeah, I'm glad to be able to be sitting in the back of this seat and get back to work. So no, you're not innocent, Roxanne. We all know you're not innocent. With that being said, I'm glad to see everybody in here. So let's hear it, folks. What kind of encounters have you had this past week, or some that you haven't shared yet at all? Um, I can tell you, it seems like things have slowed down a little bit here for me. Um, I don't know if that's the case for everybody else. I don't know if we just had that one spell where it was going berserker for a little while. Because I mean, the activity was like, it was wild. It was like nonstop. But it has for me at least. I know for me, it has slowed down some. Uh, a little bit also. Tomorrow, I'll be joined by a good brother of mine, Saint Loco, and his investigative team. They do paranormal investigations in the Kansas area. Him and his team has invited me to join them June 6th to do some investigating at the Sally House, as well as the Machiavelli House. If you guys don't know what that is, look that up, man. Especially the Sally House. There's a lot of demonic stuff, a lot of paranormal activity there. So I've got to get around and get some more stuff in my medicine bag just for more protection, because that's a place you really want to go to if you're investigating, to really have some protection. Oh, hey, Ray. Let's see. Last night, spooky things happened. Shadow figure outside my trailer, went around the dumpster, came down the driveway, faded out below the pole light. No kidding. What did that shadow figure look like, Ray? That is so. Yeah, and if memory serves me correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, bud, but this is not the first time you've had a dealing with that shadow figure. So I'm trying to. I know you've had a lot of activity. I'm trying to recount everything in the head off the top of my head. Whisper is not in here listening yet. I got your email. I replied to you. I haven't had a chance to check my email again. That is definitely some interesting recording that you sent. I'll make sure to send that over to William as well. Let him look at it, because you did talk about it a little bit on his show. I just been a little busy and haven't had a chance to email that or forward that over to him. So William, be looking forward to me sending you an email. One of your new subscribers, Whisper Portal, sent me something very interesting. What she caught on a camcorder recording on her phone. that she is a firm believer it's a vortex. And it's interesting. I'll have to check the reply again and see what she said. I've just been trying to get my butt in gear to get some things finished up. Mid height, human shaped. Didn't have a hat or anything, it was just a human figure. Uh, was it you, sir, walking around Ray's place giving him a hard time, William? But so yeah, so I want to if she's not listening, or if she listens later on, or he, whoever it is, sorry. Um, yeah, let me know. That is absolutely interesting. No hat, okay. So yeah, I mean that could be a couple different things, Ray. That could be something that's paranormal, or it could be something supernatural. Both of those types of entities absolutely have been seen as a shadow figure, depending on what they're doing. And not even in that case. I mean, in some instances, like if they're like really benevolent, then I'm going to lean more towards the supernatural side of it. But they've also, even the supernatural ones, have also known just to be lurking around. So it's hard to say, but it's definitely going to be one of those two. I, I know a little bit. I know how to place a visual effectiveness to block out anything in the path to get visuals if you want. That's interesting.
How are you wanting your bowl made?
I can fix it later if you want.
Just you just like text me like how you want it. Like,
So I've got them chopped onions. So I'll put a layer of them chips, which is in the bread box. Some meat.
chips first.
Yeah, put a little bit of chips, meat, chopped onions, olives, and jalapenos. Put a little bit more chips in. Do the same thing, along with that shredded cheese. And then whenever you're done, just put it back in the fridge and put the meat in the oven. And I can fix more later if I need it. Thank you. Sorry, guys. I am like really running late, so I was in the middle of cooking dinner, lost track of time, and so my youngest is being graceful enough to finish up where I left off. Uh, so yeah, but yeah, them. So when I go June 6th, I'm definitely going. Hey, salute Brown Fruit Dwarf. Good to see you, bro. Um, if you guys missed last week's show, I had Bigfoot Dwarf on with us, and man, that was a great show. And I want to thank you once again, Bigfoot Dwarf, for coming on. That was awesome. We're definitely gonna have to get together and do it again. She is, yeah, she is. We're having basically a taco salad, but I like to use them bold type tortilla chips when I'm in them taco salads because it holds more of it in there. So that's what we're doing. And I cooked the Boston meat with a hamburger on the grill with some cheesy flavored taco seasoning, some ground garlic in the bread box. And then I cut up some green onions, got some sliced olives, and I got jalapenos, and then I got shredded mozzarella to put on top. So that's dinner tonight. Uh, but yeah, I cooked it on the grill. Um, if you guys haven't checked it out already, I do have my own webpage, which I'm going to be up putting some more stuff on there now that I'm healed up and can sit at the computer and do it. But it's the bizarreandunknown.org. Go over and check it out. I've got my investigations on there. Hey, Robin, I've got my investigations on there just like I do with my YouTube. And it'll be released on YouTube first, then it will go to the webpage. But I do have them. I have the list of my books, links to my Amazon site, author site, and other social media sites. I also have on there at the bottom if you click on it. So it's fun. I'm learning how to do this. I'm still got a long way to learn, but it's doing good. Um, I lost track. Did Ray say anything else about his? Okay, he hasn't. Okay. So yeah, Ray, I'd be kind of leaning that way on your ordeal. Definitely good possibility. I would almost say that's probably something paranormal. I know you have a lot of paranormal activity at your house. I can't remember. Did you ever say, if I couldn't remember if you reminded me if you had a history of dealing with them shadow people or not? Let me scroll up here and make sure I didn't miss it. I did miss something. Okay, good. All I know is I felt kind of creeped out. Yeah, and that can happen. I mean, even on the paranormal side, that can happen, but definitely on the supernatural side of it, that can happen. Okay, yeah, you did not tell me if you had the history or not. I'm thinking you did. Um, yeah, I mean, I can see that because I mean that's something you're not used to seeing. Now, I have seen ghosts trying to manifest, and they're usually like a smoky white or a smoky black figurish where you can kind of make out that it's a humanoid. I have experienced that. Um, that is probably your most common apparitions you're going to see on a paranormal investigation. Actually, a full body detailed apparition is like very, very rare. Um, so you're not innocent because you're already starting crap, Roxanne. Um, but usually you're going to see like a partial figure, a smoky, foggy like figure, I guess is the best way to describe it. Um, and I mean, you've been even known see heads. Now, a lot of times you're going to catch these things more with a video or camera um, via eyesight. But eyesight, a lot of times, is going to be what we just described. Your full body apparition style captures is more going to be on video or reflection or still picture, but you can see them full bodied with your naked eyes. Just it's rare. It's like really really rare. Um, so that's why we use the tools that we use when doing paranormal investigations, is because of the fact it's so hard to see them with the naked eye. Um, Thank you for sharing that, Ray. Let me know if you got any more info on that, bud. And we'll keep talking about it. Has anybody else had anything they've had going on? You know, I got to give a shout out to Corey. He's going to be sending me some natural sage and sweetgrass. Well, I can't remember sweetgrass. I know for sage for sure. Um, you know, I got to add that because I'm trying to build up my protection going into some of these places I'm going to. Like back on that werewolf deal, Moon Valley, um, Sally House, you know, the Machiavelli. I definitely got to get my protection built. So I want to give a shout out to him. I prefer natural over uh, corporate grown. It seems to be better that way, and that's because it's actually getting the magic from the land and the spirits of that land versus being corporated grown. That's just my preference. I don't know how anybody else feels about it. Uh, no, mine's the other term, but yeah. I get your meaning on that. I get your meaning. Mine's a blank blank gas grass or cash. No ride is free. You have Lourdes flowers water. I don't know if it kind of sounds familiar. What is that? Or so I'm trying to remember. I think I've heard that before, but I can't pull it up in my brain. All natural puff puff give puff puff pass, baby. Bring on the broccoli. Yeah, I can't do that. I had to give up broccoli July of 2017 to go to work where I'm at. But when I retire, it's going to be a different story. I will be partaking of the broccoli when I do retire. Dwarf. Oh, Lourdes. Sometimes. Yeah, no, I work for a governmental entity. And because of that and the fact that I got to keep a Class A CDL to be able to work where I'm at, I had to give it up. It was like, do I want to partake of the broccoli or do I want a paycheck and retirement? A decent three retirements. So I chose the three retirements and a paycheck. Okay, that's they. Thank you, thank you. That's right. That's why that rings familiar. Thank you. I knew I heard it from somewhere. I just couldn't pull it out of that Rolodex. That thing got stuck up there, and with all the years of dust and grime and rust, and I couldn't pull it up to remember it. So I appreciate that. So yeah, and there's that's a funny topic right there. So there's so many places around the world in many different religions that talk about healing water places. Water is very sacred. Water is a great lubricant, a great cleaner, great cleanser, um, a great energy source for both physical and paranormal. Blood is the or water is the blood of Mother Earth, and it's extremely sacred. And you should always, hey, Unreal, you should always, always, always respect the water. You're lucky on that one, bro. You're lucky on that one. No, with my choice, he's in a chat now, Unreal. He's in the chat now. I don't have permission to share what's going on. So if he's wanting to share it, that is on him. But I do not have permission to share, so therefore I will not share. But he is in the chat, Unreal. So yeah, so I mean that's always like that's what I love about Missouri and why I think we have so much paranormal activity here in Missouri is because all the water we got and the limestone and granite, which is all great conductors for paranormal stuff. Yeah, they do absolutely, or so yeah they do. Um, so I think that's why we have such a high paranormal activity here in Missouri is because we got everything. Plus the ley lines, yeah. I mean, yeah, we got tons of ley lines that run across here in Missouri as well. Oh, are you talking about the Vatican? Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. So yeah, no. I just lost my train of thought for a second. I'm smelling that food. Um, but yeah, so so many things play into a lot of this stuff. So when we're doing this type of stuff, we have to factor all this stuff in. On top of that, oh no, Missouri. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, we do. We have a lot of we do have a lot of ley lines through Missouri. Um, we even got the 37th that runs through Missouri as well, parallel lines. I mean, we got a lot of stuff goes on. There's a lot of high strangeness here in Missouri. There's a lot of the bizarre and the unknown, and that's what I love being here. And I have no idea who that is, but it's somebody trying to. I don't know. I'm not going to acknowledge that. Um, but yeah, so um, Ray, once again, thank you for sharing that. Keep me updated if you wouldn't mind on what's going on with that shadow figure. He just had spaghetti and meatballs. We're having taco salad, cooked on the grill. Taco salad, cast iron, good old charcoal. Yeah, nice little smoke to it. Yeah. Hey, Monisha, how's it going? Um, Hey, Manisha, speaking of which, didn't you say you just, if I remember correctly, in William's show this morning, didn't you say you just had something happen to you not too long ago? If I remember correctly, if I'm wrong, just let me know. But I remember you saying something in the chat when I was talking, and I forgot to go back to it. There are also a Lady of Fatima or the Lady of Guadalupe. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forget. That's true. Yeah. Fish and chips mean something different for me. I learned the hard way when I went to Australia. But I'm thinking you're probably thinking the same thing I am. Oh, that sounds good. Or so that sounds good. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I apologize, Manisha. I didn't get a chance to get back to what you was talking about in that chat. A lot of stuff was going on during William's show, and I got sidetracked. So I apologize. Anybody's chat I missed on William's show this morning, I do apologize. I had a lot going on there. Man, my phone will not stop going off. It's been like that for 2 weeks. Well, 3 weeks now. Actually, 3 weeks now. That thing just goes off all the time. Um, okay, is that what it was? Oh, okay. I apologize. I thought you said you had something happen. So I apologize. I misread that.
I'm squeezing them in on mine. Do you want any on yours?
No, not on mine. Thank you. That's interesting. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Hey, Jessica, how's it going? I was just telling a bit earlier that Corey and I will be joining you tonight. So I feel special. I'm going to be on Jessica's show twice in 1 week. Dude, I get to be on with the rock star. It's a peasant on a rock star show. No, I mean, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. I do have to mess around with you a little bit. So, I can't either. It's going to be fun. Yep, exactly. When ECA, to my INR readers on my Patreon channel, here after the show, once I get done doing the first edit, I will get the revised versions of chapter 1 through 4 in, and the finished version of chapter 5 all at the same time. So you may have to read that from start and beginning again, because I noticed some mistakes, fixed those, and I also because I've got a different ending to that book, to how it's going to end, I had to change a couple things. So just keep that in mind to all my INR readers on my Patreon. Um, so yeah. Speaking of which, I have a question for you guys. Um, oh, that sounds good, Camo Dad. I always like cheese in my tater soup too. No, I mean I like tater soup, but I like cheesy tater soup a lot, and I never thought about putting smoked beef in it. That sounds amazing. I've had it with bacon. Now, cheesy tater soup with bacon is amazing. Uh, but yeah, I could see where that'd be good too. Um, I just realized something. No, I'd probably end up knocking it off. I got these magnets here that Robbie makes on his show, and I got them set up here on my desk, but you can't see it. Okay, I got it. Nope. You still can't see it even there. I'm afraid I'm knocking them off of there. If you haven't been over to Lone Wolf Customs, Robbie Rain's site, I mean, he makes a lot of stuff. These are a couple different things that he makes. These things are awesome. I always keep mine right here, but sadly you can't see them, and putting them back there is too far away and they're too small. You can't see them. But I like having them right there. You don't squeal anymore? You're not a snitch? No, I'm just messing with you. Thank you, Roxanne. I was trying to remember the code off the top of my head. Yeah, fried taters is good, Roger. Fried Spectators is definitely good. This is all Robbie Rip Range's stuff. He's also an author, so go check him out. Definitely go check him out. You know what? That went back to the old one. I had changed that up. I didn't have no clue why that went back to the old one instead of the updated version. And I remember pulling that up on the updated version. I'm gonna have to fix that again. Yeah, definitely or so. Um, yeah, Unreal. That was a really good show. I had a lot of fun. I always had fun. I have fun going on with William, and I have fun going on with Jessica. I need to get with Jesus now that he's healed up. Jesus Payon Jr. I'd love to have him back on again. Um, I need to give him a shout out. I was glad to hear he's doing good. I've been kind of talking to him. So no, oh, I changed it because it's Robbie Jed Range now, and I thought I added his book info to it as well for his for his Amazon. In fact, I remember doing that, and it came up when I tried it that day, but for some reason it went back. So I'll have to take a look at it, see what I did wrong, or I'm thinking of a different code and I didn't update that one. That could be true. How about now? Can you guys hear me now? Test, test. Is in hello? Is okay. Well, take three. Let's try this again. Am I back again? Okay, good. I can. Okay, take four. Let's try this again. Daggone it. uh, so hey, Don. Hopefully you guys can hear me again. I don't know what happened. My internet is. They said they fixed my internet. It just cut off again. So now I'm gonna have to call their backsides up again. And then I go and grab my Fi pack that was been on the charger. Well, apparently it got unplugged and I didn't know it from the charging port. So I turned it on, was running good, thought I was doing good. Well, it died. I had to plug it in the charger in here. So now we'll try this again. So guys, I apologize. This is stupid. I pay $147 a month for this freaking internet. And it's doing this to me all the time. And they supposedly came out and fixed it, got better signal and everything. Yeah, it's fixed, let me tell you. One of these days I'll be rich and famous and get me some Starlink. I'm getting tired of this. So guys, I apologize with this internet crap. I don't know what's going on, why we're having issues. It seemed to be working good after that guy came out and fixed it, and now it's back to doing the same crap again. Uh, Apparently, there was a device that was attached to this that they discontinued a year ago that should have never been installed, and that was supposed to fix my problem. So, oh, thank you, Unreal. It just aggravates me because I feel bad that it does this crap. This is just, I don't know. It's just stupid. That's the downside of living out in the middle of nowhere like I do. I don't get the luxury of fiber. But anyways, what we was talking about before all this snafu happened, you know, I was talking to the gentleman and heard that really interesting howl, a really loud wolf-like howl. Um, and it sounded like it was pretty far out there. I mean, I could be wrong. It could have been closer. I do admit there's buildings between where it happened and where we were, which is another thing that brings interest to me because it was pretty loud even going through those buildings with them buildings that surrounded us. So, that brought us up to talking. Of course, for a long time, the good old conservation around here would tell us, "Oh, there's no wolves in Missouri." I'm like, "Yeah, you're full of crap. I've not only physically seen them, but I've got game cam videos of both the red wolf and the Missouri timber wolf. But this one was loud. You can hear them in the mind's eye already." Yeah. Um, I can. So this brought up to conversation. Well, apparently one of his neighbors talks about Bigfoot and stuff like that he's seen in his area. And of course, the area that I live in, which is not close to where I work, it's close but not close. It'd be close enough for a cryptid, but it's a 45 to 50-minute drive one way to where I go to work. So I live country wise. I live close. City wise, I do not. I've been doing it for 36 years. So that kind of drive really don't mean nothing to me. And but it was just the fact that those buildings were there and as loud it was. Uh, did it sound kind of human like in a way? No, it was definitely wolfish. Very wolfish. Just a very loud wolfish howl. Kind of, I instantly was brought back to the memory of what happened to me that one night last winter after Jessica and I had done a show on mine and finished talking to her backstage, and I was going out and getting wood from the woodshed. That type of howl. Some say they sound mournful in a tone. Yeah, I mean, a regular wolf does too. Definitely. Um, but yes, no, it was even with those buildings and the fact that it was broad daylight. I mean, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon and the sun's still up, and it let out that really loud howl. Um, but it led into some good conversation. And one of his neighbors, who's also a farmer, um, talks about seeing these Bigfoot entities around his place around there. And you know it's it's amazing what we're seeing. And of course you get into talking with them good old boys, which I guess I'm classified as one of those as well. um you'd be surprised at what you can find out that they keep hidden from outsiders. um this same gentleman He does a similar job that I do with a different governmental entity, and he even said, he goes, there's strange stuff out here. I was like, yeah, there definitely is. And of course, when we talked about a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. But I love hearing them stories, because like I've told you guys before, the first time I ever heard the term booger was from the elders around here, the older farmers. And I remember working the farms with them. Sometimes I'll be mucking stalls, sometimes I'm bucking hay, sometimes I'm gathering, eggs. I mean, whatever it was, I was doing. And I did a lot of different stuff on different farms around here growing up. And I remember them talking about a booger. Hey, man, yeah, I seen a booger on the south pasture the other day. And I was like, why are you talking about boogers, man? I'm thinking booger as in a nose. And they laughed at me. And after a while of razzing me, the wood critter, yeah, um, they finally told me what a booger was. I said, "Oh man, that's Momo," because I'm from northern Missouri, and in northern Missouri, no, northern Missouri, we call him Momo. That's yes, Momo comes from the St. Louis area, but in northern Missouri, we also call him Momo. And so, I mean, being a young, 14, 15-year-old guy, uh, that his first experience with a Bigfoot was age 12. And then all of a sudden, I'm finding out these things have different names. And so it was always interesting to me hearing that stuff. But when you get in good with with them farmers, with the country folk, you'll be surprised at what all they witness. They just don't talk about. And I get a lot of good access to information that a lot of other people don't because, well, I'm one of those guys. I'm a farmer. I'm a country guy. You know, and I just apparently I've got that personality. People like coming up and talking to me. Of course, I'll yarn your ear off all day long. I don't care. As long as I like you. If I don't like you, I'm not going to yarn your ear off. Now, I'm not much one for phones. Me and phones, I dislike phones. I need my phone because of being a single parent and work. I just hate talking on them damn things. I hate texting. I hate talking on them. But yeah, I mean it's useful in its ways. If you get a boo boo, then Jacob can kiss it and make it feel better, William. I've thought that too, Unreal. Honestly, I have. A lot of the characteristics in Swamp Thing does remind me of that. Hey, Dawn. So I can see that. Absolutely. Nope, not broccoli farmer. Out here, we grow corn, hay. Uh, Up north, it's corn, soybeans, and hay. But down here, we're mostly cattle. Uh, did you get a boo boo? Down here, we're cattle country. Down where I'm at, we're cattle country. Now we have cattle up north too, but north is good farming country. We're down here, we're good cattle country. Where I'm at, it's better for cattle. Um, but people grow hay, they grow corn. That does happen. You'll have more hay fields than you will cornfields, and some people down here in the area a little south of me does actually grow soybeans too. But it's mainly hay and corn. We have mushrooms. Yeah, we have mushrooms. I'm a hunter and a gatherer. I hunt on my property. I gather off my property. I'm very well known to be out there mowing and coming up on a raspberry bush or a blackberry bush and start picking them and eating them while I'm mowing. I do that often. I do that quite often. But we got wild strawberries, we got wild onions, we got wild garlic. We used to have some wild grapes, but I haven't seen them produce in a little bit. And licking frogs. And I ain't never licked a frog. I know a lot of people was that licked them frogs. I'm not dumb enough to lick one of them frogs. No, I'm good. I'm good now. No, I've drank snake venom and I've done a lot of other stuff, but licking a frog, no. Hey, Da, how's it going, man? How you doing, bro? Um, I didn't get a chance to talk to you today, Da. I just got told by a brother of mine that I'm having on the show tomorrow night that June 6th, I'm going up and joining him and his investigative team to do investigation of the Sally House and the Machiavelli House. I haven't had a chance to talk to you because I've been busier than a hiccup. You know, I'm healed up, so I'm trying to get writing done, trying to go through that paranormal investigation evidence. So I've been busy. But yeah, dude, I meant to tell you that earlier because I talked to him last night and he's like, dude, do you want to come up and do this? It's like, does a bear shit in the woods? Yeah. I'm down like Doc would say, I'm down like 4 flat tires. Let's get her done dead, you know? It will be. It'll be great. It's going to be great. I mean, those are both them places are, yeah, it's going to be interesting. It can be. Yeah, it can be unreal. And that's why I won't ever do it. I mean, I'm one of them crazy little jarheads. There ain't too much. I mean, snake venom's good. We used to drink snake venom for pure protein while trying to survive. And you can do it. As long as you ain't got no sores in your mouth or your stomach, you can drink snake venom and it's good for you. It's a bunch of protein. It's really good for you. It don't taste bad either. It numbs the tongue a little bit, but not bad. Um, but yeah, we used to do it to help survive. You know, like if we're in the jungle for an extended time, that's a good way to survive is drinking the snake venom. Now, if you got a sore in your mouth or you got a sore in your stomach, you don't want to do that because then that venom enters your bloodstream and that's when it becomes dangerous. But as long as that venom doesn't enter the bloodstream, it's good for you. I can actually see that with you. I can actually see it. Only lick the blue frog. Maybe I don't want to leave this crazy universe and I want to lick the red frog, William. Oh man. But yeah, no, you can do it. Yeah, it's not bad. It will numb the tongue a little bit. I mean, you get a little tingling sensation, a little numbness under the tongue when you drink that venom, but it's not bad. You know. Um, but yeah, we used to do that kind of stuff. I mean, we'd eat grub worms. We would eat insects. We would eat just about anything. That's the reason why I know what uh, freaking oh, I forgot what them damn things are called. Or they're taking over Florida right now. Iguana. That's how I know how iguana tastes. When you're out surviving, you're going to eat what you're going to eat. You know. So yeah, no, definitely. I'm not against trying certain things. It's not bad, Roxanne. It's not bad. You can definitely survive on it. Yeah. Oh yeah. You and me was talking about that the other day. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I would. Oh yeah, I would love to be in a nippy. Um, definitely would love to be in nippy. I need to get me saved up sometime and go down and see good old brother William. I can see that. I can see that. Um, but yeah, so I mean, you got to think about this too. When it comes to cryptids, you know, if we're doing this stuff to survive, what makes you think they ain't? You know, we used to take in Japan, and we'd trade MREs to Papasan for Habusaki. Habusaki has the head of a habu snake. Habu is an extremely venomous snake. You get that venom to soak in with that sake. You're talking about one hell of a drunk. You know, I mean, it'll get you going. Um, but if you're allergic to it, it's gonna do a lot of damage. One of my cousins used to hunt frogs and turtles. He'd fry the frog legs and make turtle soup and invite everyone. Yeah, I've ate turtle soup. It's stinky. It's a pain in the backside to clean, but turtle soup is good. You know what? That's not a bad idea, Da. That's not a. You up for that, William? That's not a bad idea. We'll have to see how much it costs to get him up here. Yeah, that's not a bad idea at all. I've got the property to set up the nippy, so that's not a bad idea at all. I like that idea. They may truly have good medicine uses, not just recreation. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I can see that. Not the slightest. Not the slightest. DA start out with a crow or black-footed nippy because Lakota nippy is 100 times hotter and longer. That could be. Yeah, exactly, DA. But yeah, I've got the property. I got 40 acres to set up in a nippy. I can mow a nice little area out in the pasture to set up one of those. I've been trying to convince the local natives around here because nobody wants us allow us to have powwows anymore. And I've been trying to work with a few of them to say, hey man, I got 2 or 3 acres of pasture land. We can set up powwows out here. When I used to dance at powwows, I felt more the magic dancing out in nature than I ever did a recreational room. Um, but I would love to be able to have the powwows come back here. But the city officials and county officials has kicked them out of the areas so much that it's hard for them to be able to do powwows anymore. I got the property and I don't give two craps what any kind of official tells me. That's my property. So I would love to do it. I'd love to be able to have that, having a nippy out here or powwow again. Yeah, let's do it, bro. Let's find out how much it's going to cost. If you're up for it, William, your game, we'll fly you up here, bro. I've often wondered that myself, Roxanne. And if you go off the native legends, they used to do powwows with the native people. Just because they had a bad incident and they don't do powwow with them anymore, it would not surprise me if they don't still hide in the shadows and watch it. So I think it's a good possibility. I could be absolutely wrong. Um, but I am um, extremely down that line of I do believe they watch. They just may not partake no more. Thank you. That was a good question, Roxanne. That's a very good question. Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that, Da. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you on that. You need to get enough through a vision quest first and let the spirits decide for you. Let's do that. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm down. I'm down. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Whatever it takes, bro. You let us know if you're up for it. I would be honored if you was the man that finally was helped me on my sweat and my vision quest to do the proper ways of finding my guardian spirits in my name, and if you was the man to perform the nippy for me. It would be one of the greatest honors in the world if you was able to come up and do that. I agree with that. Yeah. Um, that you and me have talked about something I want to try when I get a chance to get you around me because I don't want to do it by myself. Um, but you're striking exactly what we was talking about, and I believe that is a good technique. I remember hearing the female Bigfoot coming out at night, early morning before sunrise, crying in the tall grass. No, why would they? Because of the powwow? Why are you under attack, Da? What's what's going on, buddy? Oh, oh God, dude, that is yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. No, okay, I know. You poor feller. I know how that is. Boar will lay at my feet here during a show and just cut one off, and then it violates my nose nostrils. You know, it just oh no, that is so sad. That is so sad. Oh God, doesn't it ever? Yes, yes. Hit and run. Yeah, he'll do that. I'll be sitting here and all live and all of a sudden, just oh God, his is bad. That freaking meathead. Yeah, man, I hate hearing about that. Was that during a powwow or was that just at the house, bro? Maybe for you, not for me. It's a new cryptid. It's it's skunk dog. You guys make sure you catch DA show tonight. It'll be at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. Um, no, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Sorry, had my head in the wrong spot for a second. 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. We put his all his author site and his YouTube site, the Nightmare Hunters. Make sure you catch him at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. You will not be you will definitely be entertained. You will not have to say, "Are you not entertained?" Because you will be entertained. And of course, Corey and I will be live with Jessica Jones tonight at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. So make sure you come over and say hi to us too. So I'm going to have to catch DA's show for a little bit, and then I'll have to jump over and do that. Plus everything else I'm doing. Oh, that was on the Rosebud Reservation. Oh man. Yeah, I got family up at Red Rock. Harley's butt is banned by the Geneva Convention. I can see that. Thanks, Dia. Yeah, I drew a brain fart there for a second. I was like, wait, no, I am wrong because my show ends at 7. Uh, but yeah, no, you guys make sure you get over there and, if you ain't following DA, give him a like, subscribe, a follow, thumbs up, let him know I said hi. The same thing with Jessica and William. I mean, do the same thing. I'm telling you, I love being on. I've been on with DA before. I've had a blast being on with him. I've had DA on my show, had a blast. And I'm on with William a lot. I've been on with Jessica quite often too, and I've had them on my show. There's a reason why I plug these guys is YouTube sites because these creators they're not only great authors, because DA's an author and I'm an author. They're great field investigators. They're great researchers, and they have a lot of good information. This is hey, see Duke, how's it going? Good to see you. This is why I love following them, and why I plug their shows because they're great. They're absolutely great. It was, yeah. I missed it, so I had to watch it while I was at work, and so I was commenting him, and then I got back to listen to his audiobooks, and I was like, "Oh my God, no, this happened!" And I don't want to say what it is because I don't want to spoil it. And then I had to come back and say, "Damn it, Effer, you got me good." He's such a good author that he fooled me. He got me good. So I had to give him a shout out. I called him an effer though, because like, damn it, he tricked me. That's a tall tale sign of a good author. Um, but yeah, I can see that. You know, yeah, I did have. Was it Wednesday's show that I missed that I got back with you on? I can't remember. I can't. I know I'm missing one of them. I got to get caught up on. Hey, Michelle, which book? So I'll tell you now, I've listened to very much all of them. I'm down to the Ragnarok series now, and I'm on like book 6 or 7. I think I'm on book 6 of the Ragnarok. It's Maelstrom. That's what book I'm on the Ragnarok series. But the book prior to that really, 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 really got me good. And I was like, no, I know this happened, but I didn't want it to happen. And then I could start up the new book. I was like, you got me, dude. Yeah, it was this week. Okay, yeah. I knew I was trying to play catch up. Yeah. But I not only listen to my books on audio, but I listen to other authors too. And I mean, I've been for the last 2 weeks, I've been hammering DA's books hard. I've got them all on audio, and I've just been hammering hard. That's what I'm in my tractor 10 hours a day. I listen to it going to work, at work, and going home. Yeah. Yeah. So the Ragnarok series is DA zombie books. They're really good. They're really really good. I'm surprised more people don't know about his Ragnarok series books. He did really good at writing them. I mean, I love the Wild Hunt. I love Apex Predator. I love Lakeview Man. I love all the others. Even his. Oh, I just brain farted. Oh my gosh, I just brain farted. Um, Lost Legion books. They're really good. So yeah, you guys get a chance, definitely go over and follow him on his Amazon page, and get his books. Get mine too, of course. Hello, I'm here. I gotta promote mine, but I'm not gonna lie to nobody. Yeah, yep. The Ragnarok series. The Ragnarok series is DA's zombie books. They're really good. Um, there's some tear jerkers. There's tear jerkers in all his books. There's tear jerkers. There's some tear jerkers in the Ragnarok series books. So yeah, I highly recommend going looking at his books just as much as mine. I love mine too, but I am not on the level that DA is. I am trying to every day I'm trying to better myself on my writing. Um, my latest book has probably been one of my best books, my best talked about books and best selling books, and that's Beast of the Ozarks First Kill. And that's just that's my 6th book. I've had 5 other books to learn from writing. I'm constantly trying to better up myself. Yeah, let us know. Oh, you're welcome, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat or lie about nothing. I'm serious. You are one hell of an author, and you've been a huge mentor with me writing. Um, I'm very appreciative of it. I'm constantly learning. But and whenever I was listening to your Ragnarok series, that's when I got to remember. And holy crap, I forgot to finish mine. So that's what I've been working on is trying to get mine finished and out there. Oh, thank you, dude. Heck yeah. Um, so I'm having fun. I mean, I'm having fun writing that book. I always have. Of course, mine takes place in St. Joe, Missouri, and it's it's different than yours, but yeah, it definitely takes place in St. Joe, Missouri. Um, I'm waiting for that code to pop up so I can remember which one you got. Speaking of which, it is the top of the hour. So, beings we have DA in the show tonight, let's pop up DA's commercial books. So, you guys, we're gonna play DA's books for his commercial, and here we go. You guys can find DA's books and Robbie's books as well, along with mine, on Amazon. Go to Amazon, look at D.A.Roberts, and also because for some reason it changed, so I want to make sure I plug this correctly. Um, Look up Robbie Jed Brains on Amazon and get their books, man. I mean, they're really good books. Shadow Walkers is what Robbie writes, and they're amazing. I mean, both of these two are really, really good authors. I highly recommend them. Also, follow them on the YouTube channel called Nightmare Hunter Podcast. Uh, Robbie and Da both do that podcast. They're phenomenal at what they do. Um, I highly recommend both their podcast and their books. So make sure you go over there to Amazon, follow their authors page. Anytime they release a new book, it will let you know, and I highly, highly recommend it. That is music that I created for DA's books. I'm redoing mine, and speaking of which, I need to get back with you again, Robbie, because I need to get that artwork from you so I can get yours. I'll be creating one for Robbie here soon as well, so I can continue promoting his books on here. And I'm telling you, guys will be entertained. You definitely will be entertained with what they do. I was kind of showing off some of Robbie's stuff here a little bit ago that he makes at Lone Wolf Customs. I'm going to pop his deal back up, so let me scroll back up there. Um, like I said, I have to fix this again. I don't know why it changed. It went back to the old stuff instead of the new that I had changed to. Make sure if you go to on his Instagram to Lone Wolf Customs, you'll see everything that Robbie makes. He's talented. I mean, the guy is freaking talented. So definitely go up there and find his stuff. And if you want some, email him at rrrange8@gmail.com. Um, I got some of the stuff. You guys, it's hard to see my light now because I have to keep that mic there. He created that light right there. It's got my logo. He created my business cards, this hat, and the magnets I was showing you earlier. That's all that Robbie creates on his stuff there. So absolutely take the time to go over to Lone Wolf Customs as well. All right, back to the order of business today. So has anybody else got any encounters they want to talk about? We've talked about some really good stuff here today, and I appreciate everything that everybody's talked about in here. I haven't heard his latest one, Don. I haven't got his latest one yet. I've definitely got to get that one. Yeah, I've heard all three of them. I have not got that one yet, so I'm behind on that one. So don't spoil it for me, man. Don't spoil it for me. Um, yeah, I highly recommend them as well. So yes, Roxanne. Okay, let's make sure I'm not missing any more. Oh, I thought. Okay, I'm behind. I'm behind. Never mind. That's all right. I forgot. I apologize. I apologize for that. That's right. I thought 4 was out already. So no, I'm caught up. Never mind. Oh, I apologize. Thank you, Robbie. I will correct that. Give me a second. Let me write that down. Like I said, I've changed this up once, but for some reason it went back to the old one. So I don't know what happened. I've got to go back in there and fix all that up again because I've got your Amazon site on there as well. So, dot wolf customs. Okay. Thank you for letting me know that. I really, really appreciate that, bro. I will get that fixed for you. Um, so and that's the thing is I can say this for Robbie and Da and me. We had a lot of our encounters, a lot of our personalities, and a lot of stuff that we've heard or researched in our writing. So um, we love that stuff. We just absolutely. Oh, thank you, Roxanne. Yeah, I had to go to my MiFi pack because for some reason that stupid satellite thing shut down again. Um, but yeah, so you know, definitely, I think that like what adds to a level of to our books that a lot of people, other people don't. Um, I remember on DA show the other night, I think it was Monday night, he was talking about, yeah, we like to research things and look it up, and I do that too. I do. Like right now, I've got the map of a location where I'm going to in my book, so that way I can get the correct street names, where they crossed over, what the area looks like, because that's what I do too. Um, I do that as well. I mean, you guys seen it. If you seen my live yesterday that I did, I didn't realize we did over a 3 hour live, but it was great. Um, but I follow that because I try to keep things accurate, and they do too. So you can actually, when you read our books, if you actually go to the spot where our books are written at, you'll find every single spot that we're talking about, and I love that. Now that I'm doing better, I've got to get with DA. I want to Robbie if he's interested too. Once a month I'm going to do a writer's workshop, and I'm going to have you guys come on kind of separately. People want me to do a writer's workshop where writers get together and talk about our writing styles. Now that I'm healed up and I can sit in this chair a little longer, I have got to get my butt in gear and do that. Awesome. I say I love this connection we got going in the chat. I love this stuff. This is why I love doing what I do. Um, this is great. So like I was saying earlier, I heard that really loud wolf howl, and before I got sidetracked, heard that really loud wolf howl. Well, like I was talking about last winter when I had that one that was like ear piercing loud. And in my wood line, my woods to the north of me. And then, like a split second later, I had a crap ton of coyotes, like extremely close in the woods to the south of me. Um, this wolf owl that I heard Wednesday evening was very similar to that. I mean, you could tell this was off in a distance, but the fact that I heard it as loud as I did with all them barns and everything that was oh, I'm planning on hosting a writer's guide type meeting only in the real world, looking for a place to host it. I'll talk about the writing process of fight speak. Awesome. That sounds great. You've been working. Okay, that is going to be great. Yeah, let me know. Let me know about that. I've been asked to do a book club show where we read my books and talk about them. And then I've also been asked to hold a writer's workshop. And I was planning on doing it here soon. Of course, I've already talked to you, DA. But then I got hurt, and it was very hard for me to sit in this chair for more than 5 minutes. So I had to put a lot of that stuff on the sideline. So now I'm playing catch up. So, with hearing those loud wolf howls, which yes, we have wolves in Missouri. We do. We have Missouri red wolves, and we have Missouri timber wolves here in Missouri. I've caught them on game cam. I've seen them with my own eyes. In fact, the first time I talked to DA about it, I was traveling northbound on 65 heading home, and right there in the median was a red wolf eating on a hit deer carcass. And I thought that was funny. And of course, I've sent him pictures of my game cams, of seeing them on my game cams. So yeah, I mean, they're definitely here, but they're not as loud as what I've heard that one night last winter and what I heard Wednesday night. Now, of course, where I heard this is in the county below me. You know, I work for a different county than what I actually live in. Um, so it's interesting to hear that in that area. Of course, the area that I'm at, technically, okay, so now technically, hey, take it easy, Robbie. It's good seeing you in here, buddy. Going to watch Clemson. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Take care, buddy. Um, it actually, I am not far from the border of where my county is and where the county below me is. Um, so the fact that I've heard that here and now I've heard that there is not out of the realm of possibility of being either the same one or a same part of the same pack if they're running in packs. William was talking to me. That's actually how I learned about the Coyote Kings. I didn't know nothing about the Coyote King until I was talking to William about that. So I can't leave that possibility out that it was a Coyote King. But I also can't leave out because I don't know. I didn't see it. But with the evidence, the fact that the one that happened here last winter was it howled and all of a sudden the coyotes howled. The one Wednesday night howled, but the coyotes didn't. So you didn't hear coyotes after that. So it could be something separate. Which, like I said, I live along the Niagara River, and it is very well known for Dogman and Bigfoot. So it's cool to see that. And not too far from that location is a lake that is talked about in DA's book called Fellows Lake. Um, that is also a prime place where Bigfoot and Dogmen have been spotted. Um, so it's cool to hear that stuff. Now, I'm not saying this was a Dogman. Uh, yeah, maybe a coy wolf. Yeah, I mean, this could be something totally different than a Dogman. I'm just saying the possibilities of it is got to be there because it was loud. It was a really loud howl. To be able to hear it in the way that I did, and it sounded a good distance off. But like I said, my hearing was obstructed by buildings, so it could have been further off or it could have been closer than I realized. So I have to put that in there as well. Um, my tomcat is hissing up at a storm standing in front of me like he's protect me. Don't know what he sees. That's that's comical and concerning at the same time. Yeah, I can see that, Roxanne. What I'll be thinking the same thing. Why are you hissing at a storm? What are you seeing that I'm not? But at the same time, it's like it's just a storm, or is it? What else could it be? What could be hiding in there? Are you doing not being so innocent right now, Roxanne? Are you doing something to that storm? uh, but and this is the type of stuff that I love. And really, that's the only this week is the only odd thing that's really happened was that wolf owl. You are. I figured you were. I figured you were. Yeah. So I don't know what you guys think. I mean, I love that Unreal. You're absolutely right. It could be a coy wolf, but it could be a lot of other things too. I don't know. I didn't see it. Um, Roxanne's innocent. Roxanne's never innocent. Protecting its cougar master. Hey, Kevin. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, and that's why I love it here. I got a buddy of mine trying to talk me to move into the Dominican Republic because it's cheaper to live and we can live like kings. But I was like, I don't know. I love my woods. I really love my woods. Always innocent with a little devil. Probably like a lot of devil and a little innocent. Um, and it's like that's why I was talking to him because he called me at like 1 o'clock in the morning the other morning, woke me up, and he's a good brother. I mean, I served with him my fourth tour in Iraq. Me and him was really good friends. We were stationed together out of Fort Riley, Kansas. When I transferred to the Army, I started out in Fort Benning, Georgia. Came back from my third deployment. Unit got disbanded. I was lucky few to get transferred out of there. Went to Fort Riley, Kansas, where I met, my good brother. And so every now and then he gives me a call. He's one of the few that I've served with that still, is in contact with me. So groggily, I answered the phone, was talking to him, and we just got to talking about that. Yeah, Don, it could be. I mean, absolutely. I agree with you. It could be. I mean, I don't know, but it could be, actually. It wasn't me, Helen, but I've been let my hair down. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I like to howl a lot too. I was messing with Boar and Snow the other day and Bucky because, I came in and we were kind of laying there. I was getting off my knee and all of a sudden I just started going, oh, and of course, well, shit, now I started it. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Come here. I'm okay. I was just playing. I'm sorry. This is what I got to deal with when I let my hair down. Oh, yeah. Yes, buddy. I know. I was just playing. I was just demonstrating. Uh, but yeah, I got them good when I did that because they jumped up and all of a sudden, no meathead here came up doing what he's doing right now and just loving on me because I howled. Just because I went, oh, oh, meathead. Yeah, I know. I love you, buddy. I love you, buddy. Oh, yeah, I know. He is getting big, ain't he, DA? Yeah, man. I was talking about him earlier. I was like, I love pit bulls. Like, pit bulls are the autistic child of the dog world. Even though he ain't pit, my God, he's as stubborn, as autistic as a pit is. Yeah, I love you, buddy. I love you. Okay, now I gotta get back to the show. I know, I'm okay though, bro. I promise. Yes, yes, I know. Okay, let's get back down. Let's get back down. I gotta get back to my show. You can't sit up in the chair no more. You're too big. You're too big, meathead. Sorry guys. Hey Val, how's it going? Uh, let's see what I missed here. Sorry, I had to get attacked by my local dog man here. You've been letting your hair down again. Heck yeah, man. I can't say what I thought when with you men howling. But yeah, he is. He's getting big. Yeah. Yes, he do. He's my buddy. He really is. I can't go nowhere without him or Snow going with me wherever I go. I can't. They're my buddy. Yeah, I do. They aggravate me from time to time. Well, now I got the other ones jealous because I gave loving intentions to one. Well, no, not you again. Your claws. You claw. Damn it, you are dog man. Oh, your claws. Yes, buddy. Okay, you guys' jealousy. You got to stop the jealousy. You got to stop the jealousy. My gosh. All right, now get down. Come on. Yeah, get down, you big knucklehead. Oh, thank you. Sorry, guys. I was being attacked by the local dog man again. Uh, but yeah, I love doing that stuff too. It's fun. It's fun. I won't do it at night though. I absolutely will not do that at night. Yeah, he does. They're both my buddies. Okay, now I gotta get jealous number two up here. Hold on. Come here, jealous two. Huh. Good boy. There, I'm not gonna leave you out. I'm not gonna leave you out. No, I'm not gonna leave you out. Yes, I love you too. I love you too. You're tiny compared to him, though. Well, you are. You're tiny compared to him. Okay, you sit up here and sit still. You can be with me for a little bit. You get to moving around too much, you're gonna have to get back down. Sorry, guys. Local Bigfoot number two, or local dog man number two. Um, what a life. Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that, bro. Yeah, Robbie Howard in Moon Valley, and that's what brought in. So I got a new toy. I'm definitely not trying this new toy here at my house. At least not loud. Uh, oh, thank you, Michelle. I got one of those. I got one of those, and I mean, I've done it soft a couple times here, but I won't do it. I won't blow in it hard here. But yeah, so I'm interested in trying this out, but I definitely want a group of people around me when I do try this out, just because of the reactions that happen. You know, but yeah, uh-oh. Yeah. Have you guys heard these things, man? It's wicked. It's wicked. I'm definitely not going to do it, blow into it hard or outside here. I don't want to take a chance on that. But yeah, so I did get it. You know, I don't know if it will show up on here or not, but ooh, I don't want to do that. That's going to be loud. Yeah. So yeah, I definitely I'm going to have fun with that. I definitely won't do it at nighttime. I ain't going to do it at daytime. I damn sure is not going to do that at nighttime. But yeah, I am going to do. If I can get enough group of people around me to make sure that everything's okay, I'm going to a location and kind of doing that. But so it's been a lot of fun. You know, I love doing a lot of stuff. I love trying different techniques out because if you're a real good investigator, you're not going to stick with one technique all the time. You're going to change it up. Now, the stuff that definitely works, like for me, on paranormal investigations, I have noticed that I get more activity with EVPs if I'm sitting down and talking versus up and walking around. Now, my theory on that is because I'm acting like I'm one of them. I'm not chasing them off. I'm not chasing them around. I'm just sitting there, just like a good old boy, trying to carry a conversation. Can I say that's why I'm so successful at EVPs on paranormal investigations? No, I can't. But I know that works for me. It works better than when I'm up and walking around. Um, so, that is what it is. I don't know. Um, you guys can let me know what you think in the comments if you want, but or if you've noticed the same thing, let me know in the comments or not. But every time I've just kind of sit there and not try to be a physical presence of authority or something like that. The amount of communication I get is off the wall. Now, I will tell you now on this investigation I've been in, what little bit I've been through already. There's a little boy that was talking to me. There was a grumpy old guy that was talking to me. I can't 100% say this was a female. It sounded female, but I couldn't clean it up enough to actually warrant it to be as a evidence collection. So I had to toss it to the side. If I can't clean it up where you can hear it real good, I'm not going to add that in there. And that happens a lot on paranormal investigations. I know something was there, but the fact that I can't clean it up good enough for people to hear, I cast it out. So if that's the case, but with the conversation that we had during these EVPs is reason why I'm still sticking that there's also a female presence there as well. ED walking around is disturbing the air in your vicinity, which makes it harder for the men. That's possible. Yeah, I can see that as being definitely possible. Absolutely. Um, I also think it's because I act normal, and that's one thing, not you guys have heard me say this many times because I'm a big firmer and believer. I absolutely will not provoke unless I want to get rid of it. I will not provoke them. I don't believe in doing that for a couple reasons. One, makes it very less likely for you to get activity when you do that. Number two, you're not the one that has to deal with that when you leave those doors. Your client is the one that has to deal with that when you leave those doors. So that's why I'm very, very, very against provoking when I'm on an investigation. I don't know how you guys in the chat feel about that, um, but that's me. I don't like to. And you guys have seen how successful I've been, and I don't provoke. You've never. I now have I had to stand my ground. Yes, there's a difference between standing your ground and provoking. And you'll get some of them that just don't want you there because you're different. You're not part of the norm. And just about every investigation you go to, you're going to have one or two of those individuals that's that way. And you just stand your ground. It's like, look, I got permission to be here. So let's talk. Let's just talk. And some of the times they'll calm down and start talking to you. Other times they're just assholes. They don't want to do it. So I mean that's just the nature of the oh, no worries, Michelle. Um, that's just the nature of the beast. I mean, that's just how it is. You got to think these things were used to be living human beings. What mentality they had prior to their decease generally is the same mentality they have after. Can it change? Yes, it can change, but generally that is the same mentality that they have um, in the afterlife as well. So, and that's what you got to do when you're doing these investigations. No, 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 I do not, Unreal. Absolutely, I do not. Now, I don't let them push me around, but no, I do not provoke. No, no. Um, and it's like I said, when you do that, you get less activity, but you also are causing a problem for your client. Uh, I did get a good update today from my neighbor who I did that paranormal investigation before. And he goes, man, and this is one of the reasons why I love doing this and helping people out. Especially him. He was 80 years old, never had a paranormal experience in his life. All of a sudden, he's got paranormal experiences, and he called me in. And the report I got last week and the report I got today is the reason why I love doing this when I help people out. And he goes, since you've done that investigation and since you talked to them, he goes, I have been having very pleasant experiences with them. He goes, they'll sit there if my legs are hurting. He goes, I got two of them now to rub my legs. And he goes, they sit with me, they talk with me. He goes, it has been even better than it was before you came over and done that investigation. So, um, oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. That's funny. It was probably fake too. Um, but that is one of the things that a investigator loves is when you can help somebody out. You know, um, that's what it's all about. That's for me, anyways. I can't speak for any other ones. I know there's several out there that think the same way I do. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's one of the reasons why I did. The Indian Point paranormal experience is another reason why I do what I do. Now that was an investigation that wasn't meant to be an investigation. It was just me and my good brother, talking about stuff, showing things that I use versus what him and his team uses, and and it led into an actual investigation. And if I'm not want to ruin this, if you guys have not seen the Indian Point paranormal experience, I recommend you watch that. What we end up doing during that investigation is one of the reasons why I do what I do. What, I'd have a heart attack if a spirit massaged my legs? I get touched quite often. I'm used to it, but if you're not used to it, I can see what you're talking about. Hey, freaky. No, it's all good, bro. It's all good. That's funny. That's funny. Um, but it's that kind of stuff is the reason why I do what I do. We will talk about that investigation a little bit on tomorrow's show when I have my good brother and his team with me on. But we're going to talk about other stuff too, and different techniques that he uses versus what I uses. And I've seen some of his evidence collected, and he's collected a lot of really good stuff. He's a good investigator, and him and his team do a really good job. But and I'm kind of curious of what he found on his investigation last night. His team was investigating his house last night, so he stepped aside, and I'll save it for tomorrow, but I kind of felt something there, so I asked him a few questions. So I'm kind of curious if that's something they caught. But it's fun. It is really fun. I mean, the thing I've been touched. I don't know how many times I've been touched, and I've had different stuff happen all the time. I get excited every single time now as I did when the first time it ever happened. I love that stuff. I've had a possible family spirit set on the corner of my bed. That is actually, see, Duke, that is actually very common. Um, that is actually very, very common. People are actually surprised about how much family members are actually around them and they don't know. So, yeah, I can see that being a possibility. Now, could it be something, a different type one? Absolutely. It could be a different type one, but the fact that it could be a family member, I can see that. Absolutely. I've been touched differently over the years, mostly in all the my heads touched. Yeah, like a very common one I have is like the spider web feeling. Like you walked into a spider web or something like that, but you go and there's nothing there. There's no webs on your skin. There's nothing. I mean, that's very common. And what's one of the theories in the paranormal field is that spider web feeling is you actually walk through a ghost. It's their ectoplasm. I can't say for sure that is what it is, but I can kind of get on that because um, no, I wasn't touching myself, William. No, 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 no. But I can actually see in that being a possibility, and that's why I'm a subscriber to that. Usually, when it happens, and I get some kind of activity when it happens, and that's why I'm kind of on that train with that. So, oh gosh, yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, it's a good thought. I walked through. Oh, dang it! It didn't pop up. You walk through a dead spider's dead home, spider web feeling. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. Or you got that other song. Ooh, that smell. Now I've been to places where you get like a strange smell, and there's nothing in the house that can produce that smell, but you'll get it. So I mean, that's something that also comes with the territory as well. Um, I think. But I want see Duke. I want to hear some more on your um, your encounter with it sitting on the corner bed. Can you tell me more what happened during that time? Because I love hearing that stuff. You know, C Duke believes that they had a family member sitting on the corner of their bed. I haven't been on there. I have no clue. It's got to be some fake crap. A lot of never mind. I can't talk about it on YouTube. Only once was I ever touched. It was like a swat, a brush, a raking of fingers on my back. That is actually unreal. That is very common. I've been scratched numerous times, numerous times. Um, yeah, that's actually very common. I wasn't going to say nothing. I wasn't going to say nothing. My mother and I used to have, my mother and I used to have a smell that we knew was not possible, like hints of perfume or plant or cigars. Now she's gone. I smell food that's not cooked. Yeah. So yeah. I get that. I get that. Yeah, and that's very common. Very common. Absolutely. Um, I believe it was just after my son. Oh, oh, yeah. Now that okay, yeah. I get you. I get you, C dude. Um, it's very possible. Right after my mother's passing, I not only heard a little girl say my name clear as day, and I thought it was my dad. Well, my dad was in his bathroom and fell asleep in his bathroom, so it wasn't him. My girls were at work, and then like a couple days after her passing, I was laying in bed and I was distraught. Hey, you take it easy, Da. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Um, and I just took a split second and got out of bed to check on my girls. I turned around, my TV had been picked up, turned sideways, and cockeyed. And I never heard it happen. And that happened within like 3 or 4 second time frame. I had a feeling of a cat rubbing up against my leg, and the cat wouldn't be in. Now I've had that too. That'll freak you out a little bit, won't it, freaky? But yes. No, I can confirm I've had that too. Absolutely. I smell Vicks a lot when my great grandmother is around. Oh, yeah. I could see that if that's something tied to him. Yeah. No kidding. No kidding. I'll have to check it out in a little bit. Once in a blue moon, I'll get a whiff of Noxema. Not sure the spelling. Huh. And is that tied to somebody you may know? Trump on diuretic IV. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't hard, but not soft. Just a quick swipe going down my back from a second. It was wild. It seemed done in a way just like to let me know for sure that it was there. Yeah. So yeah, I've had those type of touches. I've literally felt them like kind of just brush their fingers on my arm, my back, my neck, my head. But I've had them claw me too. So yeah, it's when you get to experiencing that unreal. If you're not used to it, it'll freak you out. I mean, I get excited about it now, but yeah, the first times I ever had it happen, it freaked me out. I had orbs in my bedroom during that time as well. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me know, William. Um, that could be tied to that. Absolutely, see, Duke. That could be tied to that. 100%. And that's very common too. I mean, that is um, very common. I see my three favorite dogs at times. Heck yeah. Yeah, I've heard that a lot too. It's just something from your past. I'm sure it could be. Yeah, it absolutely could be. or a feeling of a cat on the bed when you don't have a cat. See, and that is actually one of the reports my neighbor had given me. So that's why you're going to hear us try to contact his cat, because he just recently had a cat pass away, and he'd feel something small on one side of his legs where his cat used to like to sleep, and something small on the other side where he thought it was a little boy. So yeah, I mean, and I've had that happen too. I've had multiple times. I've felt like an animal has climbed up on bed with me that used to sleep with me that I no longer have anymore, and nothing would be there. But literally, I could feel it walking on me. I could feel it curling up on me or next to me in the bed. Yeah, oh yeah, I know that. I know what you're talking about. So that's definitely a possibility. I think our animals, when they passed, sometimes they don't go on. They love you so much that they remain there with you. I'm a firm believer in that. Yeah, I'm about to close her down, Freaky. That's exactly what it feels like, a cat settling on the bed. Yes, yes. And there is times that I've had human type spirits feel like a cat settling on the side of the bed as well. But it wasn't a cat, because the contact having was exactly human type contact. But at first, it did feel like a cat or like a small dog had sat on the bed next to me. So yeah, I could see that. Um, I could definitely see that. Yeah. So absolutely. All right, we're getting close to that 2 hour mark. I'm going to eat so I can get ready. Guys, don't forget Corey Cole and I will be on with Jessica Jones tonight. So I look forward to seeing you guys in there. DA will be and Robbie will be on in an hour and 10 minutes. So make sure you go over there and say hi to them as well. Eric, right after it happened, I just got to the point where I decided to quit questioning so much, and it was about whether or not a ghost would stay in our house, possibly even the previously on. Oh, I could see that. Yeah. Oh God, yeah. I mean, it does. Sometimes it gets to the point where you just got to. Hey, yeah. It is what it is. They're looking into it, Michelle. So with that being said, to all my new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing to the Bizarre and the Unknown channel and listening to this old hillbilly talk. I'm truly thankful and grateful for every single one of my subscribers, from my new to my OGs. You guys are awesome. Give a shout out to my mods. They're absolutely wonderful, and I'm truly blessed to have them help me during these shows. Um, Tomorrow I'll be having some special guests, and we're going to be doing some paranormal talk. And oh, no kidding! Now that is something that happens quite often. Previous owners, absolutely, especially in a tragic situation like that. Yeah, I can see that. So hope to see you guys tomorrow, and hope to see you guys later on tonight. As always, everybody, peace, love, and blessings to you all. Remember, never take what I say for granted. Take it with a grain of salt. Do your own research and build your own opinion, your own theory, or your own hypothesis, or build upon mine. Till I see you guys again, so much love and blessings to you all. And I'll see you later. Goodbye.